Hi folks, I hope you're well. As I said in yesterday's video, I'm currently working through Poor Charlie's Almanac, which is a collection of writings and essay by Charlie Munger, one of the greatest investors to ever live. And one idea that he deals with, which really hit me hard and really resonated with me, and I've been thinking about and journaling about, is why should anyone choose you? Why should anyone choose you? Because I think most of us go through life asking, how do I get what I want? And very few of us stop and ask, but why should anyone give it to me? Why should a client choose me? Why should an investor back me? Why should a company hire me? Why should a customer trust me? Why should a partner commit to me? Why should anyone choose you? That's a very uncomfortable question because it forces you to stop and look. It forces you to stop looking at the world from your perspective and start looking at it from everyone else's, because that's where the opportunity lies. The people who constantly win in life, I have found, understand that they are being evaluated. You are constantly being evaluated, not in some sinister, judgmental way, but in a practical way. That's just human nature. When someone meets you, they're making some sort of evaluation and judgment about who you are and what value you bring into their life. Every person you meet is asking some version of the same question. Does this person make my life better or harder? And that might sound cynical or cold or however you want to phrase it, but that is the cold reality of life. Every person you meet is asking some version of that same question. Does this person make my life better or hard? That's it. Not are they intelligent, not are they ambitious, not do they have potential. They might ask those questions as the relationship evolves, if the relationship even evolves or if it's a constant thing. But when they first meet you, that first clinical evaluation is asking, does this person make my life better or hard? Is this someone I want to interact with? Do they create value? Do they solve problems? Do they reduce risk? Can they be trusted? Because that's what people actually want. More importantly, that's what people pay for. So if you're on your journey to creating a successful life, to creating wealth, as you want to phrase it, what you must understand is that that is what people pay for. The market pays for value, businesses pay for value, relationships survive on value, society rewards value. Does this person make my life easier or harder? And I think that's where a lot of people get stuck. They spend years focusing on what they want: more money, more opportunities, more influence, more recognition. But the world doesn't care about that. The world is asking a completely different question to the one you're asking. The world is asking, what have you become that makes those things likely? Why should we choose you? Why should we give you those things? That's a brutal question, but it's one that you must ask yourself and one you must answer honestly. Because that question removes luck. It removes excuses. It removes entitlement. And it forces you to confront reality, the reality about who you are and the value that you bring. The truth is that, and I choose to believe this, the truth is that most opportunities are not withheld. Yes, life is unfair. It is what it is. But most opportunities are not withheld. They are earned before they appear. What does that mean? The promotion is earned before the promotion exists. The client is earned before the client arrives. The investment is earned before the pitch is made. The visible reward usually comes long after the invisible work. And that's why life can feel unfair, Because for a lot of us, we feel that we are putting in the work, we are doing the work, but nothing is coming. But the visible reward usually comes long after the invisible work. You don't get paid when the value is created. You get paid when the value is recognized. That's the reality of living on earth. And sadly, those two things are often years apart. You don't get paid when the value is created, when you're doing the invisible work. You get paid when the value is recognized. And sadly, those are often years apart. But that should not deter you from doing the invisible work. Because what this means is one of the most useful questions you can ask yourself is not, how do I get ahead? How do I get what I want? The question you should be focusing on is that if I were a client, an employer, an investor, a customer, a partner, would I choose me? Would I choose me knowing what I know about myself? And if the answer is no, that's fine. That's fine. That's actually a great thing because you've now just discovered exactly what needs to be improved. Why is the answer no? What needs to be improved? Because the people who create extraordinary lives understand something very simple. The world owes you nothing. The world owes you nothing, but it rewards value relentlessly. The moment you start viewing life through that lens, you stop chasing opportunities and you start becoming someone worth choosing. That is the key. The moment you start viewing life through that lens, you stop chasing opportunities and start becoming someone worth choosing. So ask yourself, would I choose me?